Hello my YouTube family and welcome back to the Petrie Backyard Gardening Show. I was on my way to my sister's house and I wanted to take you guys along with me for a gardening field trip. My sister, she is a backyard gardener as well. She has pineapples from store-bought pineapple tops, and she does other cool things that I thought would be interesting to bring you guys along and share the adventures. Hello YouTube family, welcome to the Petrie Backyard Gardening. We're here at my sister's house. We're gonna see her backyard garden, see what's growing on in her garden, and we're gonna see what she has. Here she is. Hi sis.
Hi everybody.
And
Welcome to my little garden. I'm gonna take you on a little tour, so I hope you enjoy.
Okay, so we're here and she's gonna give us an example of how she propagates her pineapple and show us an example of what the final outcome is.
Okay, so pretty much anyone can grow pineapples in their yard. All you need is, when you go to the store, you keep the tops of the pineapple. Now the stores are really smart and sometimes they take out the middle of the pineapple. So when you see a pineapple that has the middle gutted out, you can't use that one. Basically, you take the tops of the pineapple and you submerge them in water and leave it there for, I would say, a good 2 weeks or so. It'll stay green. It'll just, what it's going to end up doing is growing roots. So you see here, those are roots that are growing. The more roots that you see, the better, because that's going to be put in the ground.
Do you peel any of the bottom layers off? Or
Yes. So what you do is, to get it ready, you have to peel these back. And don't be scared. Just go ahead and pull them back. And then that way these roots will start growing all around this core, the core of the pineapple. Okay?
Nice.
And then once you have that ready, after a couple weeks and you start seeing these little roots grow, then you get a nice pot with dirt and you add your nutrients in there. Just basic plant nutrients. Plant nutrients, dirt. You want to have good drainage at the bottom. And then you just pretty much just put this in there and you give it plenty of sun and water.
Do you put it in the sun immediately or you put it in the shade at first?
I put it in the sun immediately because these plants love full sun. The more sun, the better. And you know, as you're giving it sun, you want to water it. You don't want it to dry out. And then eventually from this, it starts growing. And then it starts growing into this. And then it starts forming into this.
Wow.
Now, these pineapples don't grow fast. This takes about a year, maybe a year and a half to grow. And you have to be patient, sit it somewhere, sit it and forget it. But make sure you water it, and then you'll get this. It'll come out as a little flower from the top. From the top of the pineapple, you'll see a little flower forming, and then it'll just keep growing into what you see here as a pineapple.
Nice.
And this is going to turn yellow. I'm going to waiting for this to turn completely yellow before I harvest. Sorry guys, my little doggies are doing weird stuff. And this will turn completely yellow when it's ready to harvest, and you cut it down from the bottom. And then when you harvest it, you also are going to cut this portion off and do this. Repeat the same method. Put it in water, let it sit, and replant it. This plant is probably like the 5th generation.
Wow.
So this is the 5th one. And it keeps, each year it keeps reproducing. So next I want to show you my lemon tree. So basically, I'm not sure what family of lemon this is. I think it's Meyer lemon.
Yeah.
And this is a dwarf lemon tree. So I have it growing in a pot. I've had it for about maybe 3-4 years or so. And it produces the best lemons ever. They're so juicy. Oh, look, this one's ripe.
It just fell off.
And they're so juicy, and the skin is not thick. It's all juice in there. And this here is a guava tree. Guava tree that my grandmother planted over 40 years ago. And every year it gets filled, jam-packed with guavas.
My goodness.
And the guavas that come from this particular tree are pink. They're huge. They're like this.
Yeah.
And the season for them is usually around, they start having little ones like around September, October-ish. And then they're ready by Christmas time. They're full-blown ready.
Hundreds of
Hundreds of guavas. They fall on the floor and everything. The raccoons have a
good old time.
Like a buffet when it's time. The birds also.
Yeah, there's a bird's nest right there. Try
Yeah.
to zoom in.
There's, you see this one? There's a bird nest right here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guava tree's been here a while.
How long has it been here?
I would say about 40 years.
Wow.
It's been a very long time.
And it's been trimmed back several times. And every time it's been trimmed back, very aggressive trim back too. And it's still, see there was one cut. And from that branch, multiple stems.
Yeah, I've cut it. I have to cut it back because it grows onto the power lines and stuff. So
Yeah.
I have to cut it once a year. But this year is my first time deciding not to cut it and see,
Yeah.
you know, how well it does. But one thing about it is you can cut it all the way to nothing, just twigs, and it still comes back each and every year.
Very nice.
So over here, I have a section where I have this plant. This is called dragon fruit. It's like a cactus. It's sticking to the wall. It's very much sticking to the walls. And it grows up and it comes with a fruit that's red, but in the inside it's black and white spotted. It almost tastes like a kiwi, similar. I have some arugula. That's arugula, and then this is romaine lettuce. So I just barely planted it. They're still little. Another guava tree, guys. Another guava tree, but this particular guava tree is white. And this is my favorite one because they're really big like this. And they're white guavas, and they taste like, it tastes like you're eating an apple or a pear. So I really do love this tree here.
Yeah, this is good.
It's a smaller tree. It's smaller than the other one. So my sister gave me this barrel, and basically I had a friend come and assemble the rain gutters.
Yeah.
So once the season starts with the rain, we're gonna collect that rainwater and use that in the garden. Because over in this little area where we're standing, when it rains, it turns into a river. It really, like 2 or 3 inches of water collect in this area. I got some avocado seeds. So I love avocado. Avocado's like my favorite thing. And so whenever I eat a good avocado, I'll put the seeds in dirt just like this and just keep watering them to hopefully get them going. So here we got some more that have grown from seed, from store-bought. I'm a firm believer of store-bought growing. This one here is my jewel, my fries because the avocado seed is humongous, and the actual avocado was it was probably the size of my foot.
Oh, wow.
That's how big it was. I got it from an Asian market, and I said, let me go ahead and try to plant it. And there we go. Voila, it came up. So super excited about that. This is a dwarf pomegranate, and I've had it a couple of years now. It will produce little ones, but nothing worth really eating. So I think this one may do better in the ground than in a pot. But I'm just waiting to see. Give it a couple more, another year or so, and see what happens. That avocado tree's been there for so long. As a matter of fact, the original tree got cut down because my grandfather didn't like it or whatever. And so he cut the original tree down, and then a sprout came from the side, and this is the second generation. And you see it has full of flowers. So this year is going to be a real good year. It has a lot of flowers on
It does have a lot of flowers. So that concludes the backyard tour of my sister's garden. Thank you, sis, for inviting us into your backyard and having us and showing us around.
Oh, thank you guys for coming and checking out my garden. And just remember, stuff that you buy from the grocery store, you can replant it.
Definitely.
So enjoy your gardening.
Like and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, show us some love in the comments. If you're growing pineapple, give us some suggestions or advice, or if you grow pineapple the same way or a different way, tell us how you do it too, so we can all learn from each other.
Exactly, and especially the dragon fruit. I'm struggling with dragon fruit.
Yeah, give us some tips on dragon fruit growing. All right, you guys, bye, ciao.